All right, let's run through round 5 of Crawford versus Gamboa.
The first one I make is go back fighting as a right-handed fighter, but he's going to fight as a southpaw again.
So Crawford will swing this rear foot around, do a rear foot step up, snap off a jab, and note this lead parry from Gamboa. Now Crawford's head's over his lead foot, shoulders square. Now right here, he's going to turn his shoulders bladed, similar to Gamboa. He's going to push off this rear foot, throwing a jab to the body as Gamboa looks for a lead hand down parry. Now Crawford's going to feint high right here, then feint low. Then he's going to commit high as Gamboa pulls. Then he's going to double it up right here.
If he thinks his fighting as a southpaw is confusing Gamboa.
Okay, Gamboa's going to push off this rear foot, throw a lead hook, but let's go ahead and hone in on Crawford. Note his head is towards his lead foot, shoulders are square, looking for this check hook. Now, right here, Crawford's going to push off this rear foot, throwing a rear cross to the body.
It's not confusing him in the slightest.
I don't think he's trying to confuse Gamboa. I think that when he...
All right, this is neat. Gamboa's going to throw his rear cross to the body as Crawford rolls to that lead foot. Now Gamboa's going to shift his rear foot forward. Note his head's in the left, and now it's on the right, and that's because it's over his new lead foot, putting him as a southpaw. He's going to throw his rear cross. Note Crawford rolled to his rear foot. Now Gamboa's going to follow up the lead hook rear cross, and Crawford's going to roll back to his lead foot. Note that catch, and then roll back to his rear foot, rolling that cross. Super slick.
He's fighting him in his conventional style.
So Gamboa's in a jab as Crawford drops his lead right here. Now Gamboa's following up with the rear cross, and Crawford gets stuck in that lead foot, getting caught with that rear cross. Now Crawford's looking to get on top of Gamboa's lead hand, and then on the next beat, he's going to catch Gamboa with that jab. Then he's going to get to this lead foot, throwing a leaping jab. Some movement.
We just saw that Gamboa had an advantage over him, which solved him, and that he just feels he has to fight him southpaw.
Yet he won the first round, Larry. He's lost the last 3, in my opinion.
Now Gamboa's going to throw a jab rear cross, and we're going to see Crawford pull, then drop. Then he's going to counter with this rear uppercut right here. Gamboa's going to look for his lead hook, and we're going to see Crawford weave to his lead foot, getting under that hook. Crawford's going to go ahead and pull away from this rear cross from Gamboa. Check out how he pulled square. Crawford's going to get back to his lead foot, fire off a jab, and we're going to see Gamboa slip to his lead foot, bringing his rear cross to the body with him. Crawford's going to get to the lead foot, fire off a jab. Then we get this tie-up, a break, and some movement.
So, but that's, you may be right. That's what he's thinking.
Yeah.
He doesn't know he's lost, and he may not have. But I mean, that's the way I see it, anyway.
Well, I have it 2-1 and 1 even. I know officials don't score even rounds, but I do.
Okay, Crawford got to his lead foot. He's going to do a rear foot step up and snap off a jab. A little bit of movement. Lead hand control.
Little welt alongside the right eye of Gamboa.
All right, Gamboa's going to throw his rear cross as Crawford pulls square. He's going to look for his lead counter right here. And then he's going to double it up as Gamboa drops.
He's had that puffy cheek for a couple of rounds now.
So Gamboa's looking for his jab rear cross, but let's hone in on Crawford. His shoulders are square, heads over that lead foot. As that jab comes, Crawford's looking to get him with this check hook. Now, when that rear cross comes, check out this rear hand catch. And this is neat. Now, Crawford's going to throw his rear cross. Gamboa's going to counter on the same side with this rear cross. Now, check this out. Crawford's going to push off this lead foot, pulling square, getting away from that rear cross. Crawford's going to repeat the same pattern, and Gamboa's going to look for that counter. And then we have a tie-up. And a break. More lead hand control from Gamboa. Movement from Crawford.
Good little right hand hook. by Crawford.
Crawford walks him back on his heels. Gamboa doesn't like it. And remember, Terrence said when he fights.
Now Crawford's going to get to this lead foot, and we're going to see Gamboa time him with this rear cross. And we're going to see Crawford pull, then drop. Look for this rear uppercut as Gamboa's weaving to his rear foot. And then Gamboa's going to counter out with this rear cross. More lead hand control from Gamboa.
As a southpaw, he feels like he has more power with his left, but he's not landing many lefts.
Okay, Crawford's going to push off this rear foot, fire off a jab as Gamboa pulls. Then he's going to follow up with a rear cross, and we're going to see Gamboa look to roll to his lead foot. Lead hand control and some feints.
I think Terrence needs to go back to using the jab a little bit more, keeping that distance.
All right, Crawford's back at it. He's going to push off this rear foot, snap off a jab, catching Gamboa and pushing him to his rear foot right here. Then he's going to double it up, and we're going to see Gamboa drop. Then they're going to reset.
Now he's trying to figure this guy out. He's not touching him when he's jabbing as a southpaw.
So Gamboa's throwing his rear cross, lead hook, as Crawford catches that cross towards his lead foot. Then he's going to roll away from the hook to his rear foot. Then we're going to see that one more time. Rear cross. Crawford's catching it towards that lead foot.
As this kid Gamboa is very quick on his feet and with his hands.
Now Gamboa's pushing off this rear foot to throw a lead hook, but let's hone in on Crawford. He's going to go ahead and pull square right here. Then Gamboa's going to follow up with this rear cross as Crawford throws his check hook. Crawford's going to throw a lead hook to the body right here. Then rear cross. And here comes the count. 7, 8, 9. Okay, back at it.
Oh, he hurt him with the right hand.
Yeah, he's staggered and dropped him with the left hand. He hurt him with the right, and the left hand dropped him. So how about that?
And the roof is about to blow in this place, Colonel.
Gamboa got a little too...
Okay, Gamboa throws rear cross as Crawford pulls, looking to counter with his rear cross, but he's going to get caught by Gamboa's lead. Same setup, Gamboa's going to throw his rear cross, Crawford's going to pull square, then he's going to drop under the lead from Gamboa. Crawford will snap off his jab right here.
reckless.
But you said he was going to have to at some stage, and he's real reckless now, but his legs aren't there.
All right, I like this. Gamboa's going to throw another rear cross, but we're going to see Crawford change it up. Rather than pulling square and throwing a check hook, he decides to pull bladed and counter with a rear cross. Little pendulum by Crawford. Hook to the body. Gamboa looks for the same side counter. They'll time each other right here. Gamboa's going with his rear cross. Crawford's looking for that lead hook to the body. Then they're going to switch. Gamboa's going to look for his lead hook. Crawford looking for his rear cross. Then they're going to repeat the same patterns. They'll look to time each other right here. Tie up, break. Tie up, break.
Touches him up with a pretty good jab. Whacks him with the left hand. Downstairs, loads up with the right hand.
Gamboa is fighting back valiantly, but is he hurt, as you say?
He is hurt. Right.
So Gamboa's going to throw his rear cross as Crawford throws this lead hook to the body right here. Gamboa's going to follow up with a lead hook as Crawford rolls with it to his lead foot. Crawford's going to look for his rear hook. Gamboa will counter with his rear cross, then lead hook. And we're going to see Crawford roll to that lead foot right there. Crawford will step to his lead foot, looking for that lead hook to the body. And then Gamboa is going to throw his rear cross.
Hang on. Terrence imposing his will on Gamboa right now. Gamboa is staggering.
Now they'll both pendulum to the left. Crawford's going to throw his rear cross, catching Gamboa as he gets stuck on this lead foot. Now let's hone in on Crawford. He's going to stay on this lead foot, throw a rear straight right there. He's going to follow up the lead hook to the body. Here, pendulum. He's going to do an uppercut again or lead hook to the body. Now he's square. He's going to throw a left hook, right hook, another rear cross. And that's it for round 5.
Slides to his right, nailed with another right hand. He's ready to go again. But we're out of time in the 5th round. Nails him again. He's back on his heels. Listen to the crowd.